Alright guys, how's it going today? So, cleaning out the trail. We did come down here a couple days ago with the 400 and we pushed a lot of the logs out of the way. There was, I don't know, I suppose about 4 or 5 big logs. There's one right there, and there's another one over there by the four-wheeler. That one I just got done cutting up because I decided where it was sitting, I want to make that part of the trail now too. So I had to cut about 6 feet off of it so I could get the cultivator closer. Because I want to try to dip in here a little bit more now. So I'm just trying to clean up whatever I can every time I come down here. And then, yeah. So, let's see if I can do this one-handed here. I got my gloves on, but I took one off for the camera. But, of course, I forgot to take my stinking Claritin today. Of course, it was running around and shot before 4th of July hits, because once 4th of July hits, shit's going to be closed forever. So I went grocery shopping, did all that, normal stuff that normal people do every day. I ordered that part for the four-wheeler, plus some other stuff I needed to. I can't remember what the hell I wanted now, but there's some other things. I picked up, had to pick up some more shop towels too. I ran out, but yeah, so just had to order lots of miscellaneous stuff because unfortunately with the holiday coming up now, nothing's really going to move. I mean, it'll move some today, but not a hell of a lot. There's a mama deer down here. That's not her, but there's another deer around here with 2 babies. I don't know if they're twins or not, but 2 babies anyway. So yeah, I've been pushing pretty hard on this trail. Last night I did a little bit, but the four-wheeler was being a bitch, and the chainsaw was being a bitch. I don't know, I guess I was pushing myself too hard, because I've been pushing hard the last couple of days, trying to get things done, because by next week, I don't really want to be out here, because I'm trying to not run over the hay as much as freaking possible, because, the hay out in the big square field is actually doing really good now. I don't really see much for flowers out there. I just see a lot of grass. I don't see much for alfalfa either. Of course, it's probably under all that grass, but it's doing really good, even up along the dike there and stuff too. But unfortunately, and you got this little 12-acre piece cleaned out, except there's one little branch and one log, well, a 1-foot section of a log, still away in the corner, but I can't quite get to it. I think I should be able to get to it maybe by Monday. If I let it sit for the weekend, it might dry out a little bit more yet, and maybe I'll be able to pick that up and get it out. And then we have one more log in the ditch that we go through to get into our junk pile. We tried to get this 400 through a few days ago, but it wasn't going to happen because it was too muddy. And my uncle doesn't like to put stuff in road gear and go through the mud. So that's going to sit until probably Monday. We'll see what Monday brings us. And then we'll try to get that out. Other than that, we're about done for the field. The trail is about 99% done for cleaning. There's some logs here that we pulled out of here to get them out of here. There's just some. I'm not going to be able to cultivate this little bit, but unless I had a smaller tractor. But all that's left to actually pick up my hand now is the hill. We got to clean the hill. I might have to do that by hand. I'm going to probably bring the saw with anyway, just in case there's some things I can't pick up and I got to cut it up. Then that'll be done, and the trail will be reopened. Right now it's closed because of that. I can get all the way up to here with the four-wheeler just fine now. Just can't get over the hill yet. I don't know about coming in from the north side. I haven't tried it yet. So, but this is the future. This will probably happen sometime next week. I'm thinking maybe I'll start picking at this because this is drying out. But they are talking storms most of next week, so I don't know how much I'll get done. But if we don't get that done, it'll get done when it gets done then. But I want to get down here with the cultivator. I don't know when I'll get down here because I still have to grease it and oil the chains on the John Deere cultivator to even work this trail. I'm not going to be able to work all this, but I wish I had, as I know I keep saying this, but it'd be nice to have a skid steer or a John Deere 1025R, which probably will be my next mower, because I think it's just time for a little bit of a bigger mower and something that I can put a loader on. I know some guys are going to be like, what do you want a 1025R for? They're expensive. Yeah, they're about $25,000 with everything that I want. Front end loader, mid-mount blower, mid-mount mower. I don't know if I'll get a tiller for the 3-point, but if not, well, whatever, it'll be a little cheaper then. But the main thing is to get a loader, and that would be pretty good down here. Actually got some dirt here I need to pick up because my uncle was digging in when he was pushing this log back. So I'm going to pick this up, take it to my place, because I got a couple, potholes in my yard I could fill in. But a 1025R would be nice because, like all this little junk here, you could push it with the tractor, the little tractor, the 1025R right here. This could all get pushed back, and I could be cultivating this. I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, why do you want this trail bigger? Because I want it bigger. I guess I'm getting cocky and I want more ground. Do I need it? Not really. This is big enough for what I have now. But see, what I cut off here, I can get right up to this tree. I can get right into here. I can easily make a full swath with that. I think it's like a 9-foot cultivator right in here. And I had no problems. And I got to do it before the weeds get too big, because then it's going to be hard to see. Now, there is still some trash in here. Unfortunately, a lot of it I'm going to probably just end up smoking with the cultivator anyway. But I'm trying to find what I can, picking up what I can when I see it. So, but again, here, I could be easily another half a cultivator length over. Here's another log that I cut back, so I could get over that half a cultivator. It's only going to be a few feet, but I'll take it. Again here, unfortunately, I think I will have to, because I can do it. Again here, I can get in almost a full length, but I'm not going to probably go in a full length of a cultivator. Just kind of what I feel like doing. It would be nice, I guess. But I got a log in here. It wasn't on the trail, so we didn't touch it. But I think if I cut it up, throw it back, I could work this up. Again, I think I could get almost another cultivator length in here, probably 2. If I really wanted to get cocky, I could get in 2, but I don't want it to be doing too much groundwork. So, yeah, and then I got a kind of a little mess here to clean up. I don't know, I might just go around it for now. Looks pretty rotten. It's not too rotten, I guess. I don't know. I'll see how I feel. But, I don't know. See, again, like right here. If I had that 1025R, I could push all this back. I could gain another 4 or 5 feet, to get in here and cultivate it. Now, we're running into a problem here now where there's not a whole hell of a lot I can cultivate because of how this ground is here now. So, it's a big tree. We can't cultivate obviously down in here because it's a low spot. Now, if there was somebody that had like some dirt that wasn't really good for anything, maybe it was like full of rocks or something, throw it in here. This would be good. So, but I'm going to try to hug this tree a little bit more with the cultivator. I only gain a couple of feet there. but then you can kind of dip out and get a little bit further, a little closer to the edge. See, obviously here you can't do anything anymore because you're hitting the bottom of the hole. So if you had some junky dirt, you could throw it in there, and then over time grass would grow in. So there you go. So yeah, the river's still up quite a bit, but she's going down slowly every day. Unfortunately, it's not going to be down the normal height, I don't think, for quite a while. So, and again here, got kind of a low spot, you know, fill it in with some junky dirt, maybe get those logs out of there, and then just backfill it with some junky dirt. So, again, I think I could widen it out, especially on this side a little bit more. And then we could get the trail a little wider. So I hear it sounds like a Dodge Cummins. Now we did lose another tree. I think it might have been because of the flood. I don't really know, but this tree's down. Now I'm going to have to cut at least this one branch off because it does stick out a wee bit. And I might take that on another day. Again, here we got some trash, you know, just trying to get it out of the way, or not. It's hard to do anything one-handed, of course, but that's how it goes. So, easily sneak in another half pass. Yeah. Again, just kind of looking for some miscellaneous trash. There's only really so much you can do. So, more junk. And then I probably won't be doing much of anything once the young guy comes to start cutting hay, because we might be putting the rake on and raking hay this year. I don't really know. So the way the weather's playing out, I don't know. But so a 1025R would be pretty good down here. And then if you put a brush hog on the back, you could brush hog it instead of working it like I am. But on the plus side, it's nicer to have dirt, you know, because it'll dry out a little quicker. So in here I could get a little bit closer if it wasn't for this. He's all rotten, so he's just gonna fall apart. But oh, you gotta love that when stuff is rotten. Can't really get too close anyway because of this tree here, but I could sneak it in another couple of feet. And here's where a tractor would really shine. Again, a 1025R. Could get a used skid steer, but I got to get a mower too. So this right here, that big logs would have to get cut up. I don't think a 1025R would be able to push this, but this mess right here. Now, yes, I could cut it up, throw it over it, but just think of all the time that you could save if you just had a smaller loader tractor, push all this stuff up into a pile. I wouldn't even have to buck any of this. And then, yes, we have the 400, a loader tractor. That thing is just so damn clumsy when it comes to this kind of stuff, because sometimes you have to push logs a certain way to get them out of your way, you know, and that's going to be impossible to do with a 400 because you got to clutch all the time. A 1025R, you don't have to do that. Your transmission's all e-hydro, you know, or hydraulically driven. So, well, like my X724, one pedal goes forward and the other pedal goes backwards. You don't have to shift gears, you don't have to clutch. Again, clean that up, you could push it back, call it job done. But I'm going to hopefully be in here by Monday. I don't know, because I don't feel like I want to push my luck too much today, because I've done quite a bit today. And then that's when I had a raging fit. And the saw started acting funny towards the end there. I think it was just getting low on fuel. I don't know, but it wasn't cutting very well. The chain was dull. I think I'm actually missing a couple of teeth too. You know, see, again, this mess, push it back, get it out of here. You'd have such a nice trail. I mean, even if you could put like a small disc behind the 1025R. Yes, you can pull small discs. They're pretty small, but for the amount of trail here that I'm working, I think it would be perfect. It probably would take me no more, if I really wanted to do it right, probably 2 hours, depending on how good I wanted to be. So, see, these weeds are getting too tall, but I was waiting for the trail to dry out. It's dry now. I think it's pretty much go time. I just have to finish cleaning, which is what I'm doing right now as I'm making this video, just trying to find whatever I can find to pick up and throw. I'm going to miss some stuff. And then tomorrow, I mean, I could do it tonight, but it just seems like if I do too much, well, then shit happens. So things go wrong. There's another log right here I cut up. I think I took about, I don't know, 2 feet off of that. Maybe a foot. Got rid of it. Again, cleaned all this up a little bit, just pushed it back. You'd easily gain more. I could easily gain another cultivator length here, probably half of one here, so I could make this even wider. I mean, I'm only going to be able to go so wide, given the kind of ground that I have. So, and you got to take into account for low-hanging trees. Again, clean that up, cut these branches back. You really could clean this up really nice. And then one day we're gonna have to do it. Probably won't be this year. But again, I could easily make this a whole cultivator length wider on both sides even. This tree is gonna have to come down, because I got a low-hanging branch here that's actually dead and broken off, but for some reason the weather can't knock it off. So I can't get my tractor under here. So I can't go perfectly straight through like I want to. That's why this trail curbs, because I can't get under here. If I had a smaller tractor like a 1025R, I could disc it and it wouldn't even freaking matter. So the only way you could do this is, one, you would have to bring the whole tree down, or two, you would have to get a mosquitoes biting me. I forgot my mosquito spray again. You'd have to get a cherry picker, which, I mean, you could get them for like $5,000. I wouldn't need anything special. Get up there and cut the branch off, which would be another option too, but I don't have money for a truck. But you know, it would be nice if we had one. And this branch finally broke off. Thank God about that. That thing's been a pain in my ass for a couple of years. It's been always slowly dipping down. I've just been snipping it. Of course, I got a trail in here, but I can't do anything with it because it's still underwater. And I got to finish cutting those branches up. I cut a few off just to test my saw, but it finally broke off. I don't know if the flood did it or what, or if the wind did it, but something finally made it snap off. And this whole tree is pretty much freaking smoked anyway. That tree's probably been here for a lot of years, so it probably wouldn't hurt to just get rid of it. But see here, look at that, another whole cultivator length. I'm gonna actually dip in here with the cultivator on my way in and out, because this, freaking mosquitoes. Because this I can cultivate easily another full length here. And I know that because I've already cleaned it, and I had another log over here that I had to cut up to get rid of it. You know, so I could easily dip in here. That's what's left of our dead deer. Yeah, I found her leg over here, one of her legs. I had to move it because I didn't want to run it over with the cultivator. I'd feel kind of bad doing that to a dead deer, and plus it's bone, so I don't know how good. I'd end up popping a tire more or less than breaking the bone. I'd probably pop a tire. So yeah, I could come out another whole length and then come in another whole length, and then I'll have to obviously dip in and out. You know, this hay's a little bit behind because it was underwater longer, so it is a little bit shorter. But that's another thing too, is I'm trying to let this hay bounce back, but it's hard because I got to get this done, and then, you know, if I could come in through the junk pile way, it'd be all right. Or if I could come in through the north, that'd be all right too. The only way I could probably get in through the north way is I would have to just physically go clean it out, which I probably should do instead of getting the cultivator ready. But I don't know, because I wouldn't care about running over the hay down there, because that little bit of hay we don't cut anyway, so it don't matter. So, well, yeah, we could easily get a whole cultivator length kind of throughout the trail, making her a little bit wider. Of course, it would take a while because now we got tall grass to try to bury and earth that hasn't been turned over yet. So, but I guess it'd be pretty much one thing at a time. Yeah, there's a little bit more trash here yet. I think this has been here longer than the flood. I think a couple of years maybe even. But yeah, so there's quite a bit of length here, or width or whatever, that I could still do. But I mean, I think a lot of this I could have pushed with a little attractor. I'm using my phone to wipe the freaking mosquitoes off because this hand's busy. So got mosquitoes biting me. But yeah, so if we can get her cleaned out a little bit better, we could almost widen this cocksucker out easily a couple of feet in some areas, and then maybe even a whole cultivator length, which would be I think like 9 feet. You know, so I could definitely, that's going to be hard to not get into. Well, I can't get into that because, again, I need something to push it back. 1025R would be perfect for that job, but I don't have one. That's going to be my next investment. I know they're expensive tractors, but I mean, I could buy a skid steer for a little bit less, a used one, but I also kind of want a newer more, because I just feel like, you know, my X724 might start breaking down too at some point, and then you just got to say the hell with it. So I do plan on buying a newer four-wheeler in a couple more years, probably a few more years or something like that. I just don't know how much longer I can deal with Big Red. So I guess if we get Big Red fixed up and maybe he'll quit breaking down for a couple of years, okay, that's fine. But I still think it's time to get another machine here. So then if Big Red breaks down, well, then Big Red can just sit then until I feel like saving up the money to get it fixed. Since Big Red's my only machine, I'm trying to save that money. So, and it's hard to do that when you have to keep buying parts all the time. That freaking $60 voltage regulator thing, whatever the hell you call it, that was not necessary. But I gotta see if that's my problem. Ball joints. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of 50-50 on that. I think it shouldn't have to happen, but then yet for the age of the machine and everything that's been through, I kind of understand it because it is an older machine now. Almost 8,000 miles, 11 years it's been in operation. So yeah, she's been a hard-working four-wheeler. It just sucks that he's breaking down all the time. And then it's such a bitch to fix it too. So, but yeah, like all this mess here too. If I had a 1025R, I'd probably, well, that's what I just told you earlier, I guess. Yeah, cut it all up and just push it back. See, like this big log here, the only way I'd be able to push that big sumbitch, and he's a big sumbitch, I'd have to come in this way. And if I get him up in there, it's fine. But pushing it this way might be a little bit too much, because I mean, you could just push one side at a time. That I could probably cut up and throw it over. I just don't really think I'm going to have time for it. So, I mean, I guess I could make a mental note to that. Come back some other time later on in the year and chop it up. But then you got winter coming, and you're going to get probably another flood. It's going to make another mess. So, I need something that can do a lot of work in a short amount of time, and a 1025R could do that. So, yeah, plus the 1025R is diesel and four-wheel drive, so there's a little more power there than even what my X724 could ever put out. Now, mind you, our 400, our Farmall 400 could outpower our, you know, a 1025R. It's just that the 400 is a bigger tractor and more clumsier to drive. So you gain a lot with a 1025R, but then you also kind of lose a lot too, mostly just due to the price. But the way things are going right now, things are expensive because the government's trying to push this electric bullshit, and it's pissing a lot of people off. And now they're talking about North Dakota side on the interstates, I think it was, they want a electric station about every 50 miles. So that's what I heard. Now listen to me. There's something seriously fucking wrong when you have to charge your car up every 50 miles. That's such bullshit. Come on. And then they're thinking, oh, great idea. Millions and millions of dollars are going to go into this, and then they're going to find out that nobody wants these fucking electric cars, especially here in the north, because they are not going to withstand the cold. You ain't going to be able to pull shit with them. I mean, just give it up already. Stop trying to go into the future. The future is freaking ridiculous. Stop wasting my money on that and invest my money into something that we actually need. Better roadways, update the hospitals, update, you know, everything. You know, stop wasting my money on shit we don't need. Okay? This is why everything's so fucking skyrocketed, because they're trying to push it onto everybody. Oh, look, there's a T-post in there. That's a tiny little guy. Huh. Must have got cut short or something, I don't know. But yeah, this electric bullshit, it just needs to stop. It's outrageous. And then we get punished for it. Sure, all the rich people can afford a electric car. Here's the thing. Electric cars can go anywhere from $30,000 up to $100,000. Okay? Maybe even more, depending on how you get it loaded out. I'm never going to be able to afford an electric car. Okay? Nor do I want one. If I had to choose between an electric car or my Tahoe that burns a gallon a mile, I'm probably going to stick with the Tahoe because I can do a lot more with it. I can pull probably easily 3 round bales, no trouble, with my Tahoe. Electric car, good luck with that. You'd burn up that battery so fucking fast, you'd be out of juice so damn fast, it wouldn't even be funny. It's ridiculous. I hate this electric bullshit. It's all I hear about. Electric this, electric that. Give it up. It's not meant for everybody. And then they want 50% of all cars in America to be electric by the year, what is it, 2030 or whatever the fuck it is? Yeah, go F yourself. You ain't getting me to buy one of those hunks of shit. Nope, I'm sticking with gasoline and diesel fuel. Something way more fucking reliable than that, so. But yeah. So that'll be in the future there a new 4-wheeler, and then maybe a 1025R. I'm not really sure yet, but right now that's selling pretty good. But unfortunately, I don't have a 1025R, so if I could, you know, demo one for a weekend or something, that'd be kind of cool. Bring it down here and push some logs with it and mow a little bit of grass with it. And at least then I would get a feel for it and be like, it's either yeah or a no. You know, a 4-wheeler stuff I'm going to be a yeah. Haven't decided that if it's going to be another 850 like this or a 1000, but I think I might just end up going with another 850. I don't need a 1000 really. So I don't really want to sell a Big Red. I'd rather just keep them and then just use them as a sprayer rig. But then a brand new one will be just for joyriding and doing stuff like this. So, but yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it, guys. I think I'm pretty much done. All I got left to do would be now to go and grease up the cultivator and throw some oil on the chains, and then that should be ready to go pretty quick here. So I got the 1586 unhooked from the trailer because we don't need that trailer anymore. So right now she's just sitting in the corner not doing anything, but she'll be hooked up to the John Deere cultivator here in a few more days. So yeah, there's a little bit of garbage here, I guess, but so here's the next tree that's gonna probably have to come down. She's just part of the split. I got 2 of them that are ready to come down. I hate fucking trees that lean like that. It's so scary when you come down here and you're down here on a really windy day. It's like how to give a guy a heart attack. So, but yeah, I think I'll just try to come in and maybe try to turn here now instead of over there. I used to just back in, but I guess it's wide enough that I was able to figure it out. I was just able to just turn around. So I'm gonna try it over here. There goes a bunch of semis. As if they're hauling boxes of some kind. What are you hauling? Looks just like plywood undercover. So, but yeah, and if I had a 1025R, I'd be able to mow this with a brush hog and go right up that hill, no problem. Or if I had that little Farm LA up and running, that'd be another perfect job for this. But I don't have time for that. I don't have money for it. Unfortunately, I think the tractor's going to be sitting for a while. But I'm going to try to walk down here. You can see the deer have been coming down here, but they can walk through anything. It's us that can't. Okay, so I am getting a little closer. Yeah, she's still just a little tacky. Oh yeah, she's way too soft. Okay, well, yeah, it'll be another couple of weeks easily here. That's slimy as hell. So another 2 weeks here at least before I can even get to probably even to the bottom of that. But I think the river is still kind of running in here a little bit. Not too bad, but a little bit. So that's why it's still soupy down in here. But if we had a 1025R, I could go right up that hill and right up and over. And then it wouldn't be a problem. So, and I noticed now too that it looks like the 1025Rs can actually have a third function on them, like a third hydraulic remote. So that would be kind of nice for like a grapple, which I don't know what that would cost to have one installed, but I might go for that too, because then I can get a grapple, pick a lot of these stinking logs up with that, and there you go. But make do with just a regular bucket for now too. So, but yeah, other than that, we're pretty much done. It's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be. Once the weeds come up, you won't even hardly even notice half the shit. So we will just, yeah, probably go out, like I said, tomorrow, grease and oil the cultivator. At least that job would be done. And then you could probably hook the tractor to it you know, at the same time and get 2 jobs done. But again, it seems like if I push myself too hard, I think things start to go wrong. So I guess I'm not allowed to push myself too hard. So I'm just trying to get caught up. Of course, I don't think I'll ever be freaking caught up, but I'm getting there at least. So, but hey, what are you gonna do? So I guess that's pretty much it. I'm done. I don't know what time it is. I can't see the clock on my phone, and the one on the 4-wheeler is not accurate. So, yeah. See, I could get in here a lot easier if I had a small tractor and just pushed all that in, or even a skid steer. You know, push it in, get rid of it. It'd look a lot nicer, and you could be able to work it a lot more too. But I don't know. I'll see how things go this time. Every year we can do a little bit better. So, freaking mosquito. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it. I'm calling it job done then for now. I'll get the cultivator hooked up sometime tomorrow maybe and oil it. And then we'll see if we can get down here one of these days and work it. It's not going to stay hooked to the cultivator for very long because I don't know when the young guy will come and start cutting hay. It might be a couple of weeks yet. Freaking mosquito. But then you also have to gotta remember too that, you know, he might be raking hay this year too. So I don't know, I gotta keep all that in mind. So, but something's going across the bridge. It's a John Deere tractor. So yeah, get me a drink of nice warm water. Can't do it one-handed. Yep, nice warm water. I don't really clean that out or refill it until it needs to be. That's water from a couple days ago even, so whatever. Anyways guys, I guess I'm going to take off. That's pretty much it. I think I'm pretty much done. All I got to do now tomorrow is just grease the cultivator, oil the chains, and hook it up. And then either later that evening or the next day, at least Monday at the latest, work it up. If the rain doesn't come in, they're talking rain kind of on and off for next week, but that, you know, it'll change too. But as of right now, that's what's happening. So I will just take my time for the weekend here, greasing up everything and then hooking it up, and then Monday maybe I'll come down here and start ripping. But yeah, so let's see if Big Red will start. He should, but I don't know. He was throwing a fit yesterday, so I don't know, but what are you gonna do? So anyways guys, I'm gonna take off, so I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, take it easy.